In the very heart of Europe, nestled amongst towering peaks and verdant valleys, lies a land of extraordinary cultural diversity. A place where history is not merely confined to books, but is etched into the very stones of its cities and breathed in the crisp mountain air. Today, we embark on an intimate exploration of this remarkable nation, Austria. We will count down from 5 to 1, journeying through its most exotic and unique cultural landscapes, each a testament to the enduring spirit of its people and the grandeur of its past. This is not just a tour of landmarks. It is an immersion into living traditions that have been shaped over millennia. From the opulent halls of imperial power, our journey begins here, in Vienna, at a temple dedicated to one of humanity's most sublime art forms, the Vienna State Opera, the Wiener Staatsoper, neo-Renaissance design, a living, breathing organism at the very core of Austria's cultural identity. Its grand facade, adorned with allegorical figures of heroism, drama, and love, is but a prelude to the world of profound emotion that thrives within its walls. This is a place of pilgrimage for lovers of music, a habitat where the human voice reaches its most divine expression. Since its inauguration in 1869 with Mozart's Don Giovanni, this institution has been a crucible of artistic excellence. It has weathered the storms of history, including near-total destruction during the Second World War, only to be reborn from the ashes, a powerful symbol of resilience. The meticulous restoration was not just an act of architectural reconstruction. It was a reaffirmation of Austria's unwavering commitment to the arts. To step inside is to enter a different realm. The grand staircase, a river of marble and gold, carries patrons upwards into a world of crimson velvet and shimmering crystal. The air itself seems to hum with the ghosts of performances past, the echoes of legendary voices like Maria Callas and Luciano Pavarotti. The sheer scale of the auditorium, with its tiered balconies rising towards a celestial ceiling fresco, is designed to focus all attention, all energy, onto the stage below. From the capital, our journey takes us west, to a city where music seems to flow as freely as the Salzburg River that runs through it. This is Salzburg, a city of exquisite Baroque architecture, cradled by dramatic hills. But its true fame, its unique cultural signature, comes from one individual who was born here in 1756, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. His spirit permeates every cobblestoned alley and sun-drenched square. This city is not just his birthplace, it is a living monument to his genius. The city's very landscape seems to be a symphony in stone. The spires and domes of its many churches, the formidable Hohensalzburg fortress watching over from its cliff-top perch, and the elegant facades of the Residenzplatz create a visual harmony. The prince-archbishops who ruled here for centuries were patrons of the arts, and their ambition shaped a city that became a stage for both sacred and secular power. We can visit the very house where Mozart was born, on the Getreidegasse. It is a humble dwelling, yet within these rooms a revolution in music began. To stand here is to feel a powerful connection to the past, to imagine the young Wolfgang, a small child, first touching the keys of a clavichord and astonishing his family with a talent that seemed to come from another world. The artifacts, his first violin, his letters, his portraits, are relics of a life devoted to the relentless pursuit of musical perfection. The culture of Salzburg is inextricably linked with its most famous son. The annual Salzburg Festival, founded in 1920, is one of the world's most distinguished cultural events. For several weeks each summer, the city transforms. Its squares become open-air stages, its churches echo with sacred music, and its concert halls host the world's greatest performers. We now venture into the Salzkammergut, a place like a fairy tale, clinging to the shore with a mountain rising behind it, the iconic church spire reflected in the water. Its beauty almost defies belief, but its significance runs much deeper, one of Europe's oldest continuously inhabited settlements, and its story is the story of salt. For millennia, the region's wealth lay hidden beneath the mountains. Salt, the white gold of the ancient world. The Hallstatt salt mine is the oldest in the world. To descend into its dark, cool tunnels is to travel back in time, walking in the footsteps of prehistoric miners. The culture here was shaped entirely by this single resource. An entire archaeological era is named for discoveries nearby: intricate jewelry, bronze vessels, ornate weaponry, life in the village, houses built one on top of the other, wooden staircases connect the narrow lanes, each home jostles for sunlight and a view of the lake. This vertical living fostered a strong community spirit. The lake, a transportation route. The lake, a source of food. The lake, a mirror reflecting sky and seasons. That iconic image, the church spire mirrored in the dark water, a unique cultural practice. The Hallstatt ossuary. Graves were reused after 10 to 15 years, skulls exhumed, cleaned, and painted with names and professions. The skulls arranged in the charnel house, a poignant reminder of mortality. We now ascend into the high country to a city that lives and breathes the spirit of the Alps. This is Innsbruck, the capital of Tyrol. The division between city and wilderness is thrillingly blurred here. Grand Imperial avenues lie in the shadow of the Nordkette, a jagged limestone wall rising from the city's edge. The mountain's constant presence has forged a culture of resilience, strength, and deep respect for nature. Bridge over the Inn, the city's name, and its historic bridge over the Inn River. For centuries, a vital crossroads connecting Germany to the south and Italy to the north via the treacherous Brenner Pass. Cosmopolitan flair meets rugged, defensive character. In the 1490s, Emperor Maximilian made Innsbruck his imperial seat, adorning it with icons like the Golden Roof, gilded with 2,657 copper tiles. The Alpine culture is distinctly masculine in energy, born of mountain life. Hunting, mountaineering, forestry, defending remote valleys. That vitality shows in local traditions and festivals. The Perchtenlauf, the Krampuslauf, men in demonic costumes with heavy clanging bells. A raw, powerful, slightly dangerous spectacle. This link to the wild is alive in modern Innsbruck. Futuristic funiculars and cable cars can whisk you over 2,000 meters in minutes. The jump from urban center to high alpine wilderness defines the local psyche. The mountains are playground, sanctuary, and challenge. Tyroleans have fierce independence and strong regional identity. Lederhosen for men, dirndl for women, worn with genuine pride. Folk music, accordion, the zither, tell stories of love, loss, and life in the mountains. We return to Vienna for our final and most fascinating destination. This is not merely a building, but a universe unto itself. Schönbrunn Palace. The former summer residence of the Habsburg emperors, it is the absolute embodiment of imperial power, ambition, culture. With its 1,441 rooms and vast, sculpted gardens, it stands as one of the most significant architectural, cultural, historical monuments in the country. To understand Schönbrunn is to understand the very heart of the Austrian Empire. The palace began its life as a hunting lodge, but it was the formidable Empress Maria Theresa who transformed it into the magnificent Rococo masterpiece we see today. It was her vision, her will, that shaped this place. She reigned from these rooms for 40 years, raising 16 children and governing a vast multi-ethnic empire. The palace was not just a home, it was the central nervous system of European power politics, a stage for diplomacy, celebration, and family life on an epic scale. Walking through the state apartments is a journey through a world of unimaginable opulence. The Great Gallery, a 40-meter-long hall of mirrors, crystal chandeliers, and celestial ceiling frescoes, was designed to overwhelm visitors with the sheer wealth and taste of the dynasty. Each room tells a story. The Millions Room, paneled with precious rosewood and adorned with priceless Persian miniatures, or the simple apartments of Emperor Franz Joseph, who ruled for 68 years with Spartan discipline amidst the splendor. The culture of the court was one of intricate ritual and rigid etiquette. Every moment of the day, from waking to sleeping, was governed by protocol. This was a society designed to reflect a divine order, with the monarch at its apex. Here, a complex ecosystem of artists, musicians, and craftsmen works in perfect synchrony. The Vienna Philharmonic, one of the finest orchestras in the world, resides in the pit below the stage, their instruments the lifeblood of every performance. Above, singers from across the globe gather to inhabit characters of myth and history, their voices soaring to fill every corner of this vast space. Each performance is a monumental undertaking, a collaboration of hundreds of individuals dedicated to a single, fleeting moment of artistic perfection. The ritual of attending the opera is deeply ingrained in Viennese culture. It is a display, a social gathering, a moment of shared experience that transcends language and background. From the Grand Vienna Opera Ball, where the auditorium is transformed into the world's most elegant ballroom, to the nightly performances that draw both seasoned connoisseurs and curious newcomers, the Opera House is a place of connection. It is a forum where stories of love, tragedy, and triumph are retold for a new generation. The repertoire is a vast library of human emotion, from the towering dramas of Wagner to the effervescent comedies of Rossini. Each opera is a unique species of storytelling, requiring a different set of skills and sensibilities from its performers. The singers must not only possess extraordinary vocal power and technique, but also the dramatic instinct to bring their characters to life. It is a demanding, all-consuming profession, requiring a lifetime of dedication. The influence of the Vienna State Opera extends far beyond its physical walls. Its performances are broadcast to cinemas and homes around the world, a cultural export of immense value. It sets a global standard for operatic production, a benchmark against which all others are measured. The institution serves as a vital custodian of this art form, ensuring its survival and evolution. It is a beacon, drawing talent and inspiration from every corner of the planet. Observing the audience is as fascinating as watching the stage. The rapt attention, the shared gasps, the thunderous applause. It is a collective emotional journey. In an age of digital distraction, the opera offers a rare opportunity for sustained communal focus. For 3 or 4 hours, a group of strangers is united in their attention to a single story, a single stream of music. And so, the Vienna State Opera stands as our 5th unique destination. It is more than just an architectural marvel or a performance venue. It is a vibrant cultural habitat, a sanctuary where the human spirit is elevated through the power of music and voice. It represents Austria's profound understanding that culture is not a luxury, but a fundamental necessity for a rich and meaningful existence. Salzburg, therefore, is our 4th destination. It is a city that has harnessed the power of its history and the genius of one man to create a unique and enduring cultural identity. It teaches us that a single life can shape the destiny of a place for centuries to come, and that music, more than stone or edicts, can become the true and lasting foundation of a city's soul. Exploring the Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, one feels as though they are walking through a perfectly preserved 18th century ecosystem. The narrow streets, the hidden courtyards, the wrought iron guild signs hanging above the shops. It all contributes to an atmosphere of timeless elegance. The city's relationship with its fortress, the Hohensalzburg, is also fundamental to its character. This immense structure, one of the largest medieval castles in Europe, represents centuries of power, conflict, and security. From its ramparts, one can survey the entire city and the surrounding Alpine landscape. It is a reminder that this cradle of culture was also a strategic stronghold. Salzburg, therefore, is our 4th destination. The influence of Salzburg extends far beyond its borders. It has become a global center for musical education and scholarship. The Mozarteum University Salzburg attracts students from all corners of the earth, who come here to study in the very environment that shaped their idol. They are the next generation, tasked with carrying the torch of this incredible musical lineage. To explore Salzburg is to walk a living symphony, history and genius intertwined. For centuries, Hallstatt was isolated, reachable only by boat or narrow trails, a traditional wooden boat on the lake. Today its fame has spread worldwide, a replica in China, but the original retains an authenticity you can't duplicate. The rhythm of life here is still dictated by the seasons. Summer-autumn, spectacular golds and reds winter, a thick blanket of snow transforming the village. Each season offers a different perspective on its beauty. Hallstatt is a place of profound duality, breathtaking beauty and deep history, a testament to human ingenuity. Shaped by salt, the skulls arranged in the charnel house, a poignant reminder of mortality. That iconic image endures, a mirror of time and tradition. This vertical village forged bonds that still knit the community together. Beauty above, history below, a life lived between rock and water. The ancient heart of salt beats on, softly, steadily, beneath a timeless sky. Our journey through Austria's unique cultural landscapes has come to an end. From the soaring notes of the opera to the silent painted skulls of Hallstatt, from the rugged spirit of the Alps to the imperial grandeur of Schönbrunn, we have witnessed a nation of extraordinary depth and diversity. Each destination, a chapter in a story that is still being written. Austria is a living museum, but also a dynamic, modern nation that holds its past not as a burden, but as a source of strength and identity. The culture here is a powerful force, a current that runs through the centuries. Now, I would be most interested to hear from you. Which of these remarkable places resonated with you the most? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you wish to continue our journey into the cultural ecosystems of our world, be sure to subscribe for more expeditions to come.